Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to Retro Pop Planet. If you've been anywhere near a Target store within the last, say like 6 months, you know that in the men's section, they have a large supply of novelty t-shirts. And some of them are this like vintage style or, faux distressed style t-shirt. Now, one of the ones that caught my eye is this Wrestlemania VI t-shirt with the Ultimate Warrior. I was a huge wrestling fan in the 1980s and a little bit into the early 90s before I fell off. I watched the cartoons, I played video games, watched it on TV during the week, and then also I think it was Saturday and Sunday mornings. And who could forget the Cyndi Lauper video for the Goonies theme song, which featured a lot of your favorites. One of my friend's birthdays was in March, and I remember I went to his birthday party where we watched the first 3 WrestleManias on pay-per-view, and they were legendary. I also was a big Ultimate Warrior fan, but I had so many different favorites.
Slam! Oh, I don't believe it! He got him up! He's going for the gorilla press! He got it!
And I've got a weird connection to wrestling. I got to go to an actual wrestling match where the featured wrestler, I think, was Bam Bam Bigelow. And it was one of the earliest introductions of the character Virgil, which was a foil to Hulk Hogan and was kind of a middleman to the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase. And we have a cemetery nearby where Big John Studd is buried, and he kind of was a legendary figure in town. And a friend's mom used to teach him jazzercise.
It's fun to meet all the friends who've come to know and feel the beat take you where you.
There also was a wrestler that graduated from my high school a few years after me. His wrestling name was Alex Riley.
Riley counter! Riley counter! How did you do that? No! You gotta be kidding me! You gotta be kidding me!
So the deal with this t-shirt is I love the logo, but it's a little too crisp. It's a little too new, and it's that really, the material isn't great, and it's not very soft, and it's a high thread count cotton, and it's kind of stiff. So if we're gonna actually give it that look, I thought I would actually try to distress the t-shirt on this channel. I've never done this before. I've tie-dyed t-shirts and I've naturally distressed t-shirts just from heavy wear. I just wanted to see what this process was like, and I thought I would do it on this channel so maybe you can learn something about distressing your own t-shirt. So without further ado, let's get to it. So the first thing that we want to do before we start is get all of these tags off. And next is the entirely optional step of adding holes and scuffs and rips. I'm not gonna go too overboard here, but I definitely want to make the cuffs and the collar a little scraggly. A really worn shirt will break down over time through washing, and you first start to notice them on the collars, on the sleeves. And so I'm going to try to duplicate that look. But definitely feel free to rat it out even further by adding huge rips, maybe even cutting off a sleeve, or I don't know, it's just completely up to you. So now that I'm satisfied with that, I went to a local convenience store and purchased a little travel pump spray bottle and a little tub of bleach, which I think costs less than $2. And once I fill the bottle, I'm just gonna go around the t-shirt and pump spray and see what kind of cool effects I can get. Okay, now I think it looks a little too deliberate, so let me see what happens if I take the lid off and just kind of drop little droplets around the t-shirt. And if you don't feel comfortable doing this with a brand new t-shirt, another option is to go to a thrift store and pick up a 99-cent shirt. To finish this process and to stop the bleach from dyeing the shirt anymore, I'm gonna drop it in the cold wash cycle by itself. Unfortunately, after air drying, it was stiff as a board, so I tossed it in a warm dryer cycle. Okay guys, welcome back. Now, would I consider this distressing? It's more like dyeing. It's you're using the bleach to dye the product and you're strategically trying to make it look distressed. The goal is to make it look random and not deliberate. So before we get to the final results, I thought I would show you what an actual vintage distressed t-shirt looks like. And it's my Houston Rockets t-shirt from the 1990s. I think this was like 98 or 99. I got this as a gift from one of my relatives. I have worked out in this shirt, I have slept in this shirt, I have painted in this shirt, I have mowed the yard in this shirt. And it's super soft. I remember this shirt was not very comfortable when I first got it, but I've just really worn the heck out of it. And it also has a lot of these like weird little holes. So when I was distressing the Wrestlemania t-shirt, I didn't want to go super overboard with cutting it up because I wanted this to be at least wearable and not have all kinds of random little holes and stuff in it. And like I said, it's not quite distressed as in worn distressed. I'm assuming you could get these bleach effects if you had an older washing machine that didn't cycle out the bleach and you put in a bunch of t-shirts or clothing, which ask me how I know that. So even if it's not really distressed, I think the results are pretty cool. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you try this yourself. You could avoid using bleach, you could cut it up more, you could use paint. Just get creative with it. But in the meantime, guys, if you like this kind of content, please hit that like button. Please subscribe to the channel. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you're up to if you've tried this yourself or if you have another idea or a better recommendation in future. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.